Oh. Oh god.
Why is it moving again? Run!
Watch out, watch out!
What now? She seems so busy. Master said there's no rush, but I know that he's been busy working on something at Party's DI, so he hasn't returned to Gandharvaville for several days now. I feel for Madame Faruzan, but I still want to ask her to come with us. But if I get her in trouble with the academia, then she won't have the time to help Master. What should I do? Oh, this is such a headache.
We'll choose the second option. Let's think of some way to get her to Party's DI.
But if someone does complain to the academia, wouldn't it make Faruzan's situation more awkward? And if the academia investigated and found her at Party's DI, things would get even worse for her.
Then I don't know what to do. Oh my god.
Invite her over to Party's DI without stepping on the academia's toes.
I do have the makings of an idea, I guess.
Okay then, I'm counting on you.
Oh my god.
I have to teach students from Haravatat or Okasharawar a favor. It strikes me that they might be even less happy about such a deal than I am.
I think I can sympathize with them.
Madame Faruzan, we're back! Sorry for asking again, but are you sure you can't go to Party's DI today?
Well, since you're asking me so sincerely, let's just ignore the academia and...
Please, Madame Faruzan, focus. Today's the deadline.
Okay. Actually, Tainari wants to invite her over to discuss some research. Yeah. That's about right.
Huh?
Yes. I see. No wonder he sent you two over. Why, that lad didn't make it very clear in his letter, now did he? Otherwise, I would have reported it as part of my research.
Yeah, that's right! Master sent us over to explain everything to you.
Wait. Opportunities for collaborative research don't just come out of thin air. This seems like too much of a coincidence. Also, there isn't much overlap between Madame Faruzan's research and that of Amorta, right? What will you even be collaborating on?
Master wants to research,
Plants?
A fully automated irrigation system.
A fully automated irrigation system?
Precisely.
Uh-huh.
It's a system that can automatically adjust the amount of water it provides based on the season and the plant species involved. I saw a similar mechanism while exploring a rune in the rainforest.
I knew it.
That's why Tainari wanted to collaborate with me.
A mechanism like that exists? Why haven't I heard of it before?
I found it 100 years ago, so it's only natural that you don't know about it. Why don't you go ask your teacher's teacher? Perhaps they've heard about it from their teacher.
But we can't prove its existence one way or the other, right?
Fret not. I'll have Tainari write an official proposal to the academia later. That should do it, right?
An official proposal. Fine. We haven't made any progress with either the collaborative project or the elective course anyway. I'll go inform my superiors now. Please do take care of the paperwork as soon as possible. Don't delay this any longer.
Sure. I'll be sure to needle him until he gets it done.
Mm-hmm.
Phew. I think she bought it.
That was quick thinking back there.
Even though this is our first meeting, I must say, we make a good team.
Wow! You made up that excuse on the spot, huh? Madame Faruzan, Did you really find an irrigation
Yep.
system 100 years ago? If the academia asks for any details...
Like, literally, she made up an excuse that fast. Like, damn, I could never.
Who knows? It's been 100 years, so it wouldn't be too surprising if I've forgotten a few details, no?
Huh? Then how will we explain things to them?
I'll let Tainari worry about whatever documents we might need to send to the Academia. If I'm right, the request he has in store for me won't be any simpler than the Academia nonsense.
Master, we're back! Huh? Where did he go?
Wait, he's
You
gone?
don't have to shout. I can hear
Oh.
you.
I thought.
Well,
I
you
thought
got
he's
here
gone.
much faster than I expected. I thought you'd have a lot more business to take care of.
Thanks to the Traveler, I was able to, pawn off various problems of mine onto others.
On to others? What does that mean?
We can discuss that later. You're looking for me because of the thing you mentioned in the letter, right?
That's right. Please, follow me.
Karkata.
A monster? Why is there a monster here?
Don't be scared, Kale. This is the mechanical life form the Traveler and I saved a while back. Its name is Karkata. It's the final work of a late junior of mine.
Yeah,
You mean Abachini?
it's a good robot.
He
Don't be
must have been a
afraid.
genius to create one of such polish all by himself.
Don't be scared. It's a good
uncommon that a
robot,
Spontac
not like the
researcher is
others.
able to create such an intricate machine. If he were still around, we could probably chat the day away. What a shame. Something seems wrong here. Have you been maintaining it? Mechanical life forms are much more fragile than they look.
Is Karkata sick?
Is he low on
Karkata
battery?
has been lying down like this since a few days ago. It could be an old malfunction acting up again. I've taken a few
He's
courses
low on
conducted
battery.
by
I know
Spontanite
it.
before, so I've managed to perform some
Maybe.
passable repairs on Karkata's energy supply module. However, it seems the issue this time is with its transmission. My knowledge can only prevent its condition from deteriorating any further, but Madame Faruzan, you should be able to find a way to repair it.
Not necessarily. Mechanical life forms are created using techniques from alchemy, elemental science, and more. There are multiple modules here that
What do you
influence
mean,
each other.
and more?
Simplistic knowledge of mechanisms will not serve here. You know that as well. Each mechanical life form is very different from the next. So even I cannot be sure if my understanding of mechanical life forms is going to be of any use to our little
So
pal friend
mechanical
here.
life forms are created by many stuff, I guess.
Karkata.
Can you all go outside for a minute? I need a bit of space. Before I do a thorough check, everything we've just said is but conjecture.
All right. We're counting on you, Madame Faruzan. We'll wait here till Faruzan finishes her inspection. In the meantime, I'd like to talk to you about her.
I also wanted to ask about her past. Please tell me about it because I am curious.
Her past, huh? Quite a few people in the academia know about what happened to her. Perhaps it'd be best if I'm the one to tell you. I've told you before that she disappeared for 100 years, right? From her perspective, trapped might be a more apt description.
Trapped? Trapped where? Inside an ice or something? Was she frozen?
Her exact words were,
That ruin was crawling with traps and coded inscriptions from wall to wall. I did all I could to decipher the code and deactivate the traps to escape the ruins,
Ayo.
but there was no way out. I lost track of time and I ran out of pen and paper. In the end, I had to use stone shards to write on the walls and on the floor to decipher the code. Then, before I realized it, I ran out of space on the walls and floor. I had to calculate all the possibilities in my mind. After that, my memory started to become fuzzy, and my cognition slowed down.
She doesn't remember anything else, including the location of the ruin and how she finally managed to escape.
I see.
When she was found in the outskirts of Sumeru a few years ago, she looked exactly the same as she did 100 years prior. However, she was in a stupor and struggled to form sentences. Only after a lengthy recovery period could she speak again. The academia speculates that she must have gotten trapped in an unknown ruin while researching machines a century ago. And because of the ruin's special properties that halted her aging, she was able to use those 100 years to crack the trapping mechanism and then escape. Though she had finally broken free, 100 years had passed. Everyone she knew, and everyone who knew her, was already gone. In the end, even the academia had to rely on century-old records in the Akasha to confirm her existence.
Yeah, I don't have any words for that. Yeah.
Don't make that face. I'm not telling you this because I want to drum up sympathy. She wouldn't want
How do you
others to
know
pity
what
her
face
because
I'm
of
making?
past
What the
events.
fuck?
Rather, she sees that period of entrapment as an experimental error. As a researcher, she must accept everything that results from her experiments, even if they don't fall within expectations. Even after going through so much, she's returned to Sumeru and still hasn't given up on her research. Due to changes over the years and drift in academic subjects, she holds some rather strong opinions about the current academia, and she has no shortage of detractors herself. What I want to say is that no matter what era we're in, Faruzan is a true senior researcher in every sense of the word.
In short,
She
she's a
has her own
grandma.
deep understanding of
She's a
various
grandma.
rules and machines. If there's a chance, you should talk about them with her. It'll definitely be helpful for your journey.
I see.
Master, Madame Faruzan's done.
Oh? Let's head over. With any luck, she might have figured something out.
I never thought that I'd encounter a restitution module once again after 100 years. Abatui really installed quite a few impressive things on this. If my guess is correct, this mechanical life form has displayed attempts at self-sustenance before, right? Such as collecting parts to repair itself, for instance?
It has collected parts before, yes. It has still some parts.
It used them for something else, but as far as its design goes, it does have a function like that.
I knew it.
Okay, wait, hold on.
The issue lies with its restitution module.
I just realized what I said. It stole, not steal. Oh my god. Oh god. I am dumb. I'm sorry.
Abatui's modified this module extensively, but the core parts and design philosophy are very similar to the principles as I know them. They are all based on principles learned from the ruins.
From the ruins?
The creators of the ruins machine once tried to create a perpetual mechanism that could replace life or even surpass it.
The creators. Who the hell made ruined machines anyway? Now that got me thinking, Jesus Christ.
The restitution module is the result of one of their countless attempts. It replicates the behavior of living things to achieve a self-repair function. However, the energy required in maintenance of the module became an issue.
Energy consumption? Maintenance?
For example, a living thing's heart can deliver nutrients and blood to various organs. However, the bigger the living thing, the more powerful the heart needs to be. Once the heart is damaged, it'll be hard for that living thing to heal itself, and even the function of other organs can be affected. Thus, the attempt wasn't widely adopted. Even 100 years ago, I'd only seen it once before. Oh dear, this is going to be a problem.
Okay, but why is that?
Based on my current research, I'll need to swap out the damaged parts in the restitution module to repair Karkata. But like I just said, the module is rare, even by the standards of ancient machines. Not only that, but there is very little related research documentation available.
Okay, I am too dumb to understand all of this. Oh my god!
Finding suitable parts would be like trying to find a single gear in a vast desert, to say nothing of the difficulty in making those parts from scratch. one can only wonder where Abatui found the original parts.
I might have an idea. Abatui was, for a time, quite passionate about excavating the Great Red Sand. This was when he had just gotten expelled from the academia.
You mean to say he found a restitution module in the desert? Well, that is indeed possible.
But the desert's huge. How are we supposed to find the parts that Karkata needs?
According to the Academia's records,
We can
no
beat
similar
up
parts
some
have been
ruin
found in
cards.
the Great Red Sand over the past
Maybe.
100 years. If we want to try our luck, we'll have to explore ruins that have never been explored before.
I do know that Bahumana researcher
think I've
formed an
explored
expedition to
all
it
ruins.
after the
I don't
sandstorms
know.
and earthquakes subsided.
It's
They are
been a
now
while since
exploring
I've been in
areas
the
of
desert.
that used to be difficult to access.
Should we ask them if they've made any new discoveries lately?
The chances are slim, but it's at least more effective than running around like headless chickens.
Where's the archaeology team currently stationed? What's the lead researcher's name? What should I ask first? Maybe I should ask the first one.
His name is Raid. I think he's stationed at the northeast
Raid?
part of the Hypostyle Desert. Let's go look
Ra-
for him once Karkata
Raid?
settles down.
Oh, you and Kale should probably stay. Karkata's condition may be stable, but it would still be better if some of us stayed to
I
look
think that's
after it.
pronounced Raed, but I don't know.
Besides, you still need to take care of the trouble that the Academia left for me.
Trouble from the Academia? I thought you said you pawned it off to someone else. Wait, don't tell me.
I'll let Kale fill you in on the details. I look forward to seeing your work, Tainari.
Yeah, I guess that'll do.
What is this?
Halt.
Ruin
Mr.
parts.
Raid's permission is required to proceed any further.
She's a researcher from the academia.
That still won't do. Mr. Raid told us to keep people away from the ruins so they don't damage the site.
Damage the site? I've excavated more ruins than you've visited.
Oh, I thought
Which batch of students is Raid from?
she.
I want to see him
said
right now.
she.
He isn't at the
Wait,
campsite
hold
now.
on. Fuck.
You should all
Wait.
leave. Only he can give you permission to enter.
I thought for a sec that she said damn it, but it's damage. Oh god. I'm sorry. I'm not paying attention to the subtitle. Jesus Christ. Oh.
What a stubborn guy.
Let's wait for that researcher to come back first. Oh hell no. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait for that person to come back first. We can't just waste our time here like this.
You're right. Even if there is new information, we still have to wait for him to come back so we can ask him about it. So let's just see what we can find out from the people here. I'm going to give that Raid a good talking to when he gets back. Starting from who in the world mentored you? Well, I found out everything I could. Is there anything that stands out to you?
This machine they speak of, the hired villagers from our village, the sandstorms, this dispersing. I think I should pick this one first. Yeah.
Ruin Wanderer. That's the first
Ruin
time I've
Wanderer.
heard that name. That
Um,
wreckage did seem a bit weird.
what's so weird about it?
It's a bit far away, and I can't really say for sure from this distance. Perhaps we should ask the villager from before about the legend first.
Huh? What are you guys doing back
The
here?
legend? I want to learn more about the legend of the Ruin Wanderer.
I wouldn't blame you for not knowing about it, youngsters. After all, it's a tale that's over a decade old. It's said that this monster,
Oh great.
the Ruin,
Another
traversed through
storytelling.
various
Just like
ruins
last
for
time. Oh my
centuries.
god.
Many adventurers had claimed to see it while exploring. Some said that it was like a giant, while others said that it was like a beast. However, none knew why it wandered the ruins. Then, about 10 years ago, we stopped hearing any news about it in Sumeru. No one has seen it since then, and the legend has since faded into memory.
Oh my god.
You youngsters probably don't know about the Ruin Wanderer
Yep,
nowadays.
I guess that's
but
the
it was
story
famous
then.
for centuries.
Centuries? Impossible. I heard nothing about it back then. It could only have been around for a few decades at most.
Wait, back then?
Indulge my curiosity for a moment. Why do you think that wreckage is the Ruin Wanderer?
Well, I had also heard that second.
Oh yeah, this villager doesn't
You
know
heard
that,
nonsense from the
Faruzan
Arabs
is
after
like
they got
100
drunk,
years old or
right?
something.
Who are you?
Madam Faruzan, it is a pleasure. I'm Raid, the one who organized this archaeological
Oh, so it's
expedition.
you!
I'd heard of you at the academia, but I didn't expect to run into you here. Truly, it is an honor. And this must be the famous traveler, I presume.
I'm not
What
that
brings the
famous.
two of you here?
Have you found any special contraptions and relics in the ruins that you've been investigating?
I'm ashamed to say that we haven't found anything noteworthy, even though we've been investigating for a while now.
Really? That Ruin Wanderer isn't noteworthy to you?
I'm afraid those are mere rumors. Really, I sometimes wish that those people would put as much effort into their work as they do into gossiping.
You're right, sir. I'll get back to work now.
The wise do not buy into rumors, so it is said.
Oh god.
I believe that you too, Madam Faruzan, do not put any stock into such baseless talk.
It is also said that real knowledge shall come from practice. I can help you research the excavated relics and see if I can find out anything new about them. You can take credit for any new discoveries. I believe this offer to be sufficiently attractive.
In truth, I could ask for nothing better than your help with our research. However, you two must be tired after a long journey. I'd feel bad if I set you to work immediately.
No, we're not
It's
that
getting
tired.
late, and my subordinates and I are heading
It's
back
not
to the
getting late,
camp to
it's-
rest.
It's so
Why don't
bright.
you find a place to spend the night
It's so
first?
bright
We
outside.
can continue
Jesus.
our discussion tomorrow. There's a tent that the villagers occasionally use to rest.
Spend
It's
the
a bit
night.
simple,
It's
yes,
not even
but
night yet. What the
I hope you won't mind.
Since you need to rest as well, let's do just that. This is quite far away. Are they trying to prevent the villagers from eavesdropping on them? This suits us
Maybe.
just fine, though. This way, they won't overhear our conversations either.
Yeah.
Now, I have my suspicions about this archaeological expedition team and that machine wreckage. I only caught a quick glimpse, and it was from a distance. But based on the condition of the armor and joints, it didn't seem like something that had been lying around for centuries.
Eh?
At most, I'd estimate that it only
Eh?
stopped moving about a dozen years ago.
A dozen years ago?
Yes, the timing coincides with the spreading of the legend. Now, assuming that it really is the Ruin Wanderer, how do you suppose it was able to maintain a relatively good condition despite high-intensity operation over the course of several decades?
The restitution module.
That's right. Technically speaking, the module shouldn't be able to move such a large machine chassis. However, I'm basing my knowledge on the mechanical life forms I've seen before.
You've seen such life forms before?
Well, this was over 100 years ago. It was a machine.
I mean, obviously, they're everywhere.
It couldn't carry heavy objects to fight, and was only able to help me record some notes. It also helped me deliver letters home. I found it near the desert, which is why I wondered if there might be more restitution modules buried around here.
Is it no longer around?
Honestly, people in ancient times might have already solved the problem of providing enough power for all I know. I'll need to research this properly.
Why didn't you go and investigate earlier?
Had I confronted Raid right there and then, he would have said that he couldn't tell that the machine was special. Then he'd just hand it over to the Academia obediently. And he'd get away scot-free. If the the wreckage were to be handed to the Academia, it'd be much tougher for us to do research on it or get spare parts for Karkata. Anyway, we should figure out what they're planning before making our next move. They insisted that we should stay the night.
Yeah, true.
Which means if they're trying to pull a fast one on us, they're likely to try tonight. We must be vigilant.
Vigilant, like spies or something.
Are those sounds coming from the excavation site? I knew they wouldn't be able to wait. They must be scared that we might discover something tomorrow.
Yep.
Not a single person guarding the campsite. This must be quite the manpower expenditure. I'll see if they left any clues behind at their camp. Keep watch and help me stall them if it comes to that, would you?
Oh my god, why is it always me? Can I at least come with you? Not to, you know. I just don't wanna keep an eye out. I just wanna, you know, be part of it. Anyway, no problem.
Alright. I'm counting on you.
Why isn't the tent here yet? We need to switch it out tonight.
The tent?
It's still on the way. I'm afraid this is the first time we're delivering.
What does
such
it
a huge
mean,
one.
tent?
You good-for-nothings are just a load of trouble, aren't you? We wouldn't have to deal with these interlopers if you had kept those lips of yours from flapping. Hurry up and hide.
So right here is
tent
like
and
a
deliver the
bad
new one to
news.
me tonight,
Damn.
no matter what it takes.
Huh? Who's there?
It's me, bitch.
I'm sorry. I'm just a bit upset because my subordinates aren't doing their jobs properly. When did you get here?
What's that tent you mentioned, if I may ask?
It's nothing. Just a tent. We didn't pack up all our tents from the last campsite. Some of them, along
Suspicious.
with a few people, have
Sus.
been left there. Someone damaged our current tent, so I'm trying to get my subordinates to get one from that previous campsite delivered here.
And you're discussing... Wait, what? You're discussing that over here because...
The relics in the ruins are highly valuable, so I'm worried that treasure hoarders and bandits might try to steal them. Since the tent isn't here yet and I can't fall asleep, I came here to patrol.
That's an awful excuse. What the fuck? There are people who'd steal these relics?
Well, these things are antiques after all. There will always be people interested in buying them. I hired so many people precisely because I
Not
was
when you're
worried
old.
about that happening.
Not when you're old.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask, is the Academia really aware that you've traversed through the desert to come here in the middle of the night? Also, where's Faruzan? Why isn't she with you?
She had to go
right
do something.
Also, you forgot to address me as Madam.
Oh, I thought... Wait, what? That was fast.
Sorry, Madam Faruzan.
You were all making so much noise that I couldn't sleep, which is why I got the Traveler to find out what was going on. But for some reason, that
I am
task
his...
took forever. So I came to
his?
check in on the situation.
I am her spy, bitch.
I'm very sorry for disturbing your rest. I'll tell my subordinates to be quieter on patrol.
Good. Come on, Traveler. Let's head back.
We're heading back already. Wait, already? We have to kick their butts.
Yes, we came to check out the situation, didn't we? Well, we've already done that. We should get better rest so that we'll have energy to investigate tomorrow.
No butt kicking? Damn it. Was I mistaken?
Thanks for dealing with them. Now, I found something good on my end. These are the excavation records from their campsite. According to them, the ruins have been raided before, with numerous traps and contraptions having already been triggered. I also observed the wreckage up close earlier. The weathering is nowhere near as extensive as on the relics that have been buried for over 100 years. There's no doubt that the wreckage in the ruins don't belong to the same era. Instead, it must have wandered into the ruins about a dozen years ago. I could have fallen into a trap or encountered a glitch within the ruins, remaining stationary like that until it was discovered recently. However, I still don't know why they'd want to hide it.
No.
I have no doubt that the researcher could definitely reach the same conclusion I did. The last few pages of the excavation records are written in code, which I still need time to decipher. The answer may lie within those pages.
You can decipher coded messages? Damn, that's kind of cool.
It's just wordplay. And if anything, that's my wheelhouse.
Oh.
Just a bit more. Ah, I see now.
Help! Please!
Oh my god, what the f-
Why are you running away? Come back! Protect me!
What's that sound? Is it?
The robot revived or something? Oh my god, it's alive!
The Ruin Wanderer? Reactivated?
Yeah.
It's impossible! Is this the work of some kind of hidden mechanism? Never mind. We have to focus on saving lives first. I'll cover them. You go stall the Ruin Wanderer.
Damn, when I say fight, not this! Jesus Christ.
What? It ignored the Traveler?
Wait, what?
Why is it chasing after us?
What could have caused it to reactivate? And to give chase?
Darn it! Hey, come on, you lot! It's clear that we can't escape, so let's just attack it!
And it's dead. Again.
It stopped.
Hey, you guys!
Yeah, the fucking thing
get
ignored
up
me,
there
what the
and
fuck?
Tell me what's going on.
That's so rude.
But what if it suddenly moves?
You good for nothings. Why is everyone I hired so useless? Move! I'll do it myself.
Oh, of course you would.
Looks like this thing's parts can't handle the load of functioning anymore after years of disrepair. When it first reactivated, I was wondering if it'd be as amazing as the legends had pegged it to be. I didn't expect it to be so much weaker than it looks. How disappointing.
Disappointing, you say? Now, is that because you won't be able to sell it for much?
Faruzan, you may be my senior as an academia researcher, but that doesn't mean you get to slander me.
Oh,
You
she
wrote
can.
these excavation
She
records,
could.
Did you not? Or perhaps calling it a ledger might jog your memory a bit better.
I don't recognize that thing.
Right.
January 3rd, excavated 5 tents. January 5th, 3 tents sold. January 10th, 1 special tent pre-sold. It must quickly be switched out with an old tent.
So, tent. Yeah.
You're supposed to be an archaeological expedition team, and yet here you are, secretly selling the relics and profiting from it. When you believed that you had found the wreckage of the Ruin Wanderer, you tried to switch in wreckage that you had excavated previously to pull the wool over the Academia's eyes. After all, there would probably be many wealthy buyers interested in purchasing the legendary Ruin Wanderer in the black market, yes? And then we arrived just before you could finish your work. That forced you to speed up your plan, and you tried to complete the switch overnight before I could investigate the wreckage. In your haste, however, you accidentally activated the Ruin Wanderer instead. Did I get that all right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You lack the curiosity befitting a man of
Stop
knowledge.
playing dumb
Nor
already
do
and
you
just
have
admit
respect
it.
for mechanical life forms. You're not fit to be a researcher.
Ridiculous. Curiosity? Respect? I'm not here to hear you preach. Hey, we're leaving.
Mr. Raid!
Behind you?
Oh. Oh god.
Why is it moving again? Run!
Watch out, watch out!
Some said that it was like a giant, while
Others said that it was like a beast. However, none knew why it wandered the ruins.
Technically speaking, the module shouldn't be able to move such a large machine chassis. However, I'm basing my knowledge on the mechanical life forms I've seen before. Centuries? Impossible. I heard nothing about it back then. It could only have been around for a few decades at most.
Why is it chasing after us?
So you've been looking for me this whole time?
Wait, what? I don't get. Wait, I don't get it. This is confusing me. What the fuck?
Long time no see, Tamimi.
Dear Faruzan, I hope you're doing well. It has been over 20 years since you went missing. People from the academia keep telling us to give up and that you're most likely dead.
But somehow she is alive.
Feel like you're still alive. Yes, that you live still in some corner of this world. You've always been persistent, able to shine no matter what situation you face. I believe that this persistence serves you well in surviving and finding your way home. Unfortunately, I likely won't be able to welcome you home when you do. I don't have much time left, and my reflexes have slowed. Others keep telling me to stop exploring ruins. Only Tamimi is still the same as before, always running off to places which you've been to.
Yeah, the robots
Your
never
teacher and
changed.
friends came up with an
Yeah,
idea to
they
remodel
never
Tamimi,
change.
so it can search for you in our place. You didn't like coming home back then and would always get Tamimi to send a letter back. Now we're leaving a letter with Tamimi. I wonder if it'll ever be delivered to you.
And it
I don't
did.
know the answer to that question, but if you ever read this letter, I hope it'll be when you've already found your way home. I regret not being able to say this to you myself,
But I'll still feel sincerely happy for you, my dear daughter.
Aw.
Welcome home, Faruzan. Look at you, Tamimi. You've changed so much after all these years. Thank you for waiting for me all this
Oh, I
time.
guess robots do
Safely
change.
received the letters.
They do change as well.
Your work is done now. You can sleep.
Oh, that's
Tamimi, the mechanical life form I encountered back then. When I would go on expeditions, it would follow me, take notes for me, and send my letters home.
is it
When I
dead
met
now?
with that accident,
Oh my
it
god.
was on the way to deliver a letter for me. I once thought that I'd never get to see it again. I didn't expect my teacher and others to remodel its self-repair function, upgrading it to self-learning. And so, in order to plumb the depths of unknown ruins and overcome dangerous traps, it repaired and modified itself using parts it found along the way. One decade of wandering became many, and soon, Tamimi, which used to be incapable of even moving heavy objects, became the Ruin Wanderer. All so it could deliver these last letters from them to me.
And they still prayed for your safe return. And it's dead now, I guess.
The strain to support such a huge body must have turned out to be too much for your heart, right?
Heart? Robots have hearts? Tamimi?
Even after the remodeling, its restitution module still can't function perfectly in perpetuity. It has been pushing itself beyond its limits over the past few decades. Just like a living being, mechanical life forms have a limited lifespan. It probably became trapped in the ruins all those years ago because its shelf life had run out. It most likely only reactivated because it detected my presence. And then it mustered up everything it had to deliver that last letter. Now, it can finally rest in peace.
It's not gonna move anymore.
Tainari told you what happened to me, right?
I am so sorry.
You don't have to apologize. It's not like this incident is a secret in the academia. Besides, I've always treated it as a failed experiment. As a researcher, I must accept this result. However, finding out that so many people were affected by my failure does make me feel somewhat conflicted. Can you head back to Pardistii first? We've been here for a while, and it's best not to make Kale and the rest worry. As for me, I want to stay with Tamimi for a bit longer. Just a bit.
You're back!
How was your journey through the desert? Wait, where's Madame Faruzan?
Tell the whole truth, keep Tamimi a secret. I mean, Faruzan didn't mention something about, keeping Tamimi a secret, so, yeah. I think we should tell the whole truth.
Oh no. She finally got to reunite with an old friend from 100 years ago.
But what?
As a researcher, she could perhaps accept it. However, as a friend, a student, and a daughter, we should give her some time. Let's just wait for her here.
Just hang in there, Karkata. Oh my
I hope that we
god.
can be here to support her.
Just hang in there.
As her new friends.
I'm back! What? Is there to be no welcoming party?
Sorry.
Waiting for you, Madame Faruzan.
That's more like it. Now, here are some components I brought back from the desert. Switch these out with the ones Karkata is using right now, and it'll be back in ship shape. Huh? Why do you all look so solemn? Come now. Liveliness befits youngsters more.
I mean,
Faruzan, did these parts come from...
yeah, I did.
Come now. I thought that you must have encountered some major problem. This isn't something you have to worry about. Well, it looks like you already know everything. But no need to feel bad. Like I said before, as researchers, we must learn to accept our failures. Tamimi had been operating beyond capacity for a century, and I'm unable
Not
to
just
enhance
researchers
my
though.
current abilities.
Like everyone should
Not
accept
even with these parts. It would thus be
everything.
much better to use them to extend Karkata's lifespan. As a senior, it is only right that I do something for the people who come after me. That holds true for both researchers and machines. Besides, I didn't say that I would be giving you these parts for free. They will only be used for Karkata temporarily. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to help me with my research. I'll be sure to revive Tamimi once I've fully deciphered and replicated the creations of the ancient civilization.
Temporary.
I'll do my best to help.
Oh my god.
Me too. Although, I'm not sure if I'll be much help.
I'll help too.
Thank you. If they could remodel Tamimi successfully even back then, there's no reason why we won't be able to do even better. And when that day comes, I'll be sure to say, welcome home, Tamimi.